So hello guys, how you doing? Hope you've been catching peeps. Hope you've been good. I create this channel basically to share my insights on the market on a weekly basis. Where I just come here, share what I see on the market, and you can as well just take, probably whatever you find useful, add it to your charts, make some adjustments, and have, some more profitable week or more profitable trading days. I'll be doing this on a weekly basis, and from time to time I'll be uploading some short videos like I did during this week. You can check through the channel, you're going to find them there. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'll be having 4 different pairs to analyze for them, which I can actually see some opportunity to take trades in this week, and that's we should share them with you guys so you can as well pick some 1 or 2 things from them. So let's get to the first one. The first one is NZD/USD. So for NZD/USD, let's start from the weekly time frame. I love doing my analysis on multi-time frame analysis from the weekly down to the 15 minutes. Then depending on market conditions, sometimes I do the 5 minutes time frame also. That depends on whatever the market is giving at that moment. So let's start by checking out trends. So we can see that we have a descending channel here, what we generally know as a downtrend. So for this downtrend, we have a break of the trend, and try about crossing the previous high. So let's go down to the daily time frame. Let's see what we have. Okay, let's go to the daily time frame. Let's see what we have on the daily time frame. Let's see. So I can see a previous resistance that is now known as a support. I can see previous resistance that is now known as a support. And I can also see a down channel here, a descending channel here. So I can also see a descending channel here. Then I'm looking at this also. We had this break here. We got a little breach of the result, the support here, but it's really a minor thing compared to the major structure above it. Here we have a break of structure here. A very long spike. A very sharp move to the upside, and we've been moving, steadily, slowly down. And let's see. We have a demand zone here, where we probably say, what some people also call the points of interest. You can actually see some buy positions here. But let's go to the forward time frame. As we go down the time frames, you'll see how we can actually take advantage of these opportunities in the markets. So you can see how we can actually take advantage of this opportunity in the market. So I can see a small trend here. I can see a small trend here. And also we have this. The major thing about trading is not about catching the entire move in the markets. It's just about, whatever you can see, just try to pick out 1 or 2 and just catch your few pips. Sometimes you can have some daily targets which you can actually use as your trade guide. You don't want to expect to catch all the pips in the market because it's not really possible. We take losing trades sometimes, we take winning trades. The question is, how are you going to take advantage of what is there at the moment now? Now you can see this descending channel here. What I'll probably be expecting on my own is this. I was expecting to get into this zone, the demand zone on the daily time frame. Now once it can get into this demand zone, I'll probably expect a break of this previous high, then come back to this zone here before we can actually take the buy trade. Now at this point here, we have the previous support also being tested here. So depending on whatever we find here, any confirmation we have to continue with this trade to the upside, I'll just probably take it as an opportunity to make some pips in the market. Then you can have your your buy position around here and have a minimal risk of about 15 15 to 20 pips. It all depends on what it does when it gets there, and the first target to be here at at 89 pips. They'll say probably at 80 pips. That's good. That's good for the day. You don't want to be too over. You don't want to look for too much in the market that you end up losing what you already have. And at this point, securing a little bit of profits, try to leave the other ones to run, or probably just close it all. Probably be a good thing. Just catch some few pips. Don't be too conversations. Yeah, that's it. And that's it for this pair basically. And also, if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe. You could actually see these things. Then also, when I'll be posting the short videos during the week, you can as well take advantage of that and see the kind of trades I go into. And you can also flow with me in the trade also. And if you don't subscribe and hit the notification bell icon, I doubt if you're even gonna see that. So subscribing will be a very good idea. Let's go to the next pair. That's on Gbp Chf. Now let's go to the weekly time frame as usual. Yeah, I'm on the time frame analysis. The weekly time frame. Now looking at this on the weekly time frame, we can see that there was a drawdown here that happened for a couple of weeks, and it looks like a very sharp move. So when you go to the monthly time frame, but we don't want to go too deep though now. But we can see that there's a descending channel here, which shows that is weakness in the sell momentum. It's beginning to die off slowly, and we're probably looking more to take trades to the upside. It's been going steadily, slowly. So let's see. You can have this also. Now this is beautiful. Now look at this. We had the first touch here, we had the second touch here, but at this point it broke out and it came back here and we tested it here, and you can see immediately it has a shoot up. But that doesn't mean it just finally starts going up immediately. We still have to see what is showing us on the lower time frames, and we can as well take, so as not to put too much risk into the market, except if you're a position trader. As a position trader, definitely you probably have a lot of capital to deal with here, and you have something that is willing to absorb risks. So here also we have this. Yeah, we have this descending channel. Yeah, something very small here. So as you can see, there's a zone here. There is a demand zone here, and that's probably what is expected. Now this demand zone here was what was expected. And it's really pushed up. So at the moment now, let's go to the forward time frame. As you can see, we have this W structure here. If you're not familiar with market structures, they are everywhere online. You can read them on a blog or something. They're very much online, but I'll just give a brief explanation of what it does there. Now the W structure is just like this. This is one, this is the same middle, then we have this also. And there is a principle that guides the W structure, is that you take the trade on the neckline. Now where is the neckline? The neckline is this center here. You can see this is also it rejected first, it came down, rejected it here, and then it went up. So these 2 points here is the neckline. So at this point, we also take a buy trade here. Had it been you were in the markets at then, you could have take a buy trade here with a minimal risk. Let's see. Your stop loss will probably be above around here, about 30 pips stop loss. And you can see immediately it got there, we actually saw the move to the upside, and it was a very good trade. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame, because already we know that's gone already, and we can just find the other opportunities in the markets. Yeah, now you can see this now. Among the short I posted during this week, I think on Thursday I posted this trade. I took it around here. Now you can check the trade channel after watching this video. Now I have my risks around there, though that was much though, but you don't really know what the market gives to you, so you just have to be ready for what it brings. And you can see immediately it goes to this neckline, immediately it shoots up instantly, because at that point you'd have secured your 84 pips in the markets with the lowest lot size as $8. I mean, that's pretty good, you know. Now at this point, it came back to filling all this spike, the gap here. Now for anyone willing to scale in, would have probably taken a trade here, but we know obviously didn't get there, but we just have to keep watching what the market holds. Now this is something very similar to what we have on the bigger structure there, but that was a W formation there, where you can see here we have this. It's more or less looking like M structure, like the inverse of that one exactly. So yeah, depending on what we have, I'll probably expect something like this. What I've said earlier, it can't always be that way, so you just have to be very much aware. It can't always be that way. The market moves in different ways, it changes daily, so this really has to be observant and don't be too over dependent on one particular scenario, that whenever it gets there, then it surely moves the other way around and you say, oh, I took a loss on this trade, I wonder I'm not winning. No, it happens. So the market changes on a daily basis. Every time it changes, you just have to be aware of these changes and be able to flow with it. So when it gets here, a sell trade will not be very bad, will not be a bad idea. A sell trade will be a bad idea. So you can take a sell trade here and have your risks above here. That's about 15 pips stop loss, and target the previous low also. But knowing fully well that this is a neckline of a bigger structure, then we are probably expecting the the direction of the market to change around here. So we might probably get somewhere around here and shoot to the upside. Or probably not even, or probably even hit the stop loss, but that's the thing. You have to be watchful. Understand, on this trade, I've expected to apply a proper risk management when it gets here, because any little move to the downside, you might just see the trade move in the opposite direction. So this is a trade to watch out for, but at the same time, it's also a trade to be careful of. Now let's go to the third pair that we have for today. For this week, sorry. That's NZCHF. Now for NZCHF, let's go to the weekly time frame. Let's see what we have here. Now, looking at the weekly time frame, it looks like we've been going slowly, steady, on a downtrend. It has been pretty steady for a very long time, and finally we broke through here. We broke through this high, then we're having this retest here, we're having this corrective move. This corrective move was also broken here, and so let's go to the the lower time frame and let's see what we have there. But before then, I started something just now. We can see this. Yeah, we can see this. Now you can see it rejected here, so it came here and it also pushed up to the upside. So that's a clear evidence that the patterns are working. We just need to understand when to take advantage of it. So now this was a small trend we drilled there then. This was a small trend we drilled in, and as you can see, we broke through this high, we broke through this high, we broke through this high. So it's clear evidence that we're going to the upside. And we have this. Now let's go to the daily time frame. I think it's a bit more clearer there. The daily time frame will be more clearer there. Let's see, we have some really kind of consolidation here. We had a sharp move up, we have a slow down movement here, then before the movement to the upside. So at this point in time, you can consider this to be a zone. You can consider this to be a point of interest, and also it is a previous support. It came here, also acted as a support, and it pushed the upside. Now, since it's broken through this high, I'll be expecting it to retest here on this demand zone, which it did. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what we have on lower time frame, and now we can fully take advantage of it. Now this is the lower time frame. As you can see, we haven't really broken out of it because it's just a weak interception. No, we haven't really broken out of it, but let's see. There's a down channel. So we have this. Now since we failed to create a new high here, we're probably looking forward to creating a new low here. So let's go to the 1-hour time frame. Let's see what we have here. Now on the 1-hour time frame, as you can see, we had this peak here. We had a down movement. We came here and probably hit some supply zone here. Now we drilled down, broke this low, then we came back up to retest a bit, and then came back up to retest a bit. At this point, you can consider this a supply zone. Now I initially was expecting this downtrend here. So I was expecting this downtrend here. I posted a short video, I think on Friday. Yeah, on Friday afternoon. You can check to the channel after watching the video to see that. Now I was expecting to get around here before taking the sell trade, but we actually got here and we weren't able to take the trade. But nevertheless, it's still feasible, because we could have something like this then before going to the downside, and probably get into this previous demand zone, and whatever it brings there, they will not fully take advantage of the trades in the markets. But I'm watching out for this. Let's see how it plays out over time, and we can take full advantage of the move in the markets. So here we'll be having something like an upward channel, or like an uptrend. So however it plays out, now it determines how well we can actually take advantage of it and take some sell trades. But keeping an eye on it, we could keep an eye on it as well. So let's go to the last pair for the week. Last pair I have for the week. Now let's go to the weekly time frame. Let's see. Yeah. So here we can see we have some kind of a downtrend. We had this touch here, and finally we came here after breaking through and breaking this previous high. It came to be a test on the same trend. This is a really good one. Then structurally, after breaking through, it's been forming some slow downward momentum on the weekly time frame. We're forming some slow downward momentum on the weekly time frame until it finally broke through it, broke to this previous high, and presently now is at the next one. So at this point, we know we're expecting more move to the upside, but before then, how can we fully take advantage of this move in the market? Let's see what we have on the lower time frame. Yeah. So here we have this. Here we have this. We have this previous high. Looking forward to coming here, and we have this kind of consolidation around here after the sharp move to the upside. before continuing above this line. So that's to tell you that this is a key zone that we need to actually be watchful of. Now we probably see some opportunities in the market at that time, as in that zone there. But let's come to the forward time frame and let's see. We had this skeptical, this downtrend here. We broke through, and as you can see, we broke through here. Let's go to the 2-hour time frame. Now we have this sharp move to the upside. It came down. We had this consolidation movement. Then we also had this move to the downside. So this looks more like what structure is there? Now drawing your movements here, looks more like an head and shoulder pattern. And I should have said earlier, if you're not familiar with this, market structures and patterns, it's something you really need to really understand to actually take full advantage of the markets, because the candles plays and the share and the past structures and messages, you just need to understand what it speaks and be able to take trades based on them. So now we had this, it broke through this, and I'll be expecting it returns back to probably the demand zone, the supply zone here. Let's look at the forward time frame. Okay, yeah, something like that. Now let's go back to the 1-hour time frame. So if you can have this move to keep working, consolidating somehow to this point, I'll probably be able to take a sell trade around here. I will take a sell trade around here and have a minimal risk above this previous high here, which will give me about 25 to 30 pips. Now that depends on the structure being formed, because you just have to be aware of how it's forming to really take full advantage of it. So at this point, I'll be expecting the market to come down to at least this point. After breaking this previous highs, we're expecting a retest back to this zone. So retest back to this zone. We have our targets around here. We have our targets around here. And I'll be able to make some profits in the markets. So I hope this was useful. I hope you really really gain some insights on how the market moves and how I see the market. Now we're doing this basically on a weekly basis, and you can as well hit the subscribe or the like button, and as well hit the notification bell icon to get notified of when I post next, because definitely I'll be posting some trades during the week, some short videos, and hitting the notification bell icon, getting notified of when I upload them, and you can as well take those trades. So that will be all for now. I hope to see you in my next video. See you then.